Welcome into a Game 6 reaction from the Heat Report. This was originally filmed on the Heat Report, so make sure you do go subscribe. I'm a Heat fan, so I was a little deflated after the crazy Game 6 loss as Derrick White with the putback finish. But thanks for tuning here on Chat Sports. Make sure you subscribe to the Heat Report. We'll be live on Monday for Game 7, so check us out. Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am Nic Rohloff. The Heat just lost 104 to 103 after Derrick White offensive rebound putback to put the daggers in the heart of Miami. And now the Celtics are the fourth team to ever force a Game 7 after trailing 3-0 in the series. Obviously, most of you guys know, no team has ever won before after trailing a NBA playoff series 3-0. The Celtics will have a chance to change that, I should say, Monday night at home in TD Garden, as they've won 3 straight games. And as a Heat fan, I'm absolutely speechless. It was the best chance you'd have to go to the NBA Finals, up 1 with 3 seconds left. You forced a good stop, tough shot from Marcus Smart. And what the Celtics did so well in that second half was crash the glass. It was Jaylen Brown hitting the offensive boards early and often, but Derrick White hits the dagger with 0.1 seconds left, and literally 0.1 seconds. It could not have been closer. He just gets it off and puts the Celtics in front for the final time to win this game, 104-103. And now the Celtics have all the momentum in the world going back home, and I quite frankly just don't know how the Heat are going to have to overcome that. Here are the stats from tonight's game. 104-103. Boston, like I said, rebounding numbers were equal, although it did not feel like that at some points because of how well the Celtics rebounded the ball offensively. He'd even out-rebounded the Celtics. I believe it was 17-11 offensively, and that comes at quite the shock to me. And obviously the Celtics with the most important offensive rebound of the night, Derrick White's putback game winner with 0.1 seconds left to move this game in the Celtics' favor and make it a Game 7. You look at the shooting percentages, the Heat shot well from the field, 46%, or from 3, 35.5% from the field, which is absolutely abysmal. 34 of 77 for the Celtics. They shot horrible from 3, but they lived at the free throw line and were getting there early and often. Good effort from the Celtics to get to the line and force Miami into a lot of foul trouble. I give them credit on that aspect. But this is just quite frankly embarrassing if you're the Miami Heat. You had a chance to go to the NBA Finals at home in Game 4, and you just put a shit stain down your leg by playing horrible in the second half. And then you throw up a dud in Game 5, and in Game 6, Jimmy Butler and Bam did not show up, and we'll get to them in a second. But as for right now, make sure you subscribe. We'll be live for Game 7. Me and Will Scott will be live on Celtics Today in the Heat Report. I got to be honest, I have no confidence in Game 7, but we will be live. And if they win or lose, I'll be live for the NBA Finals if they win. If they lose, I'll be here all offseason because a lot of changes are going to have to be made. Even though you didn't expect to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, but when you're up 3-0, the expectation is you make it to the NBA Finals, and they failed to do so. So I will be here all off season long. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to we hit our goal tonight of 827, but our goal is 900. So let's hit there on today's video. But first, let's look at some stats, and we'll start off with Jimmy Butler, who finished this game with 24 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. He shot horrific from the field, 5 of 21, made a couple threes, and as most of you will know, he made 3 straight free throws with 3 seconds left to put the Heat down 2 to up 1. Obviously, they didn't close it out by getting a stop and a rebound, but Butler played like shit, and there's just no way to sugarcoat it. And if he even gave a B game, the Heat probably win this by 5 or 6, but he gave a C- game, and the Heat barely lose. 5 of 21 from the field. He looked timid at times. He did not attack the basket with aggressiveness, and it really showed sometimes where he would defer to others, and I just didn't like what I saw from Jimmy Butler, who always has been talking and been the confidence measure for this team, to just be the guy who has always said, we're going to get it done. We have the guys. I'm going to lead us there. And he just failed to do so. And it honestly just disappoints me, because you can't talk all that shit, man, and not back it up. Jimmy Butler, very disappointing performance from him. And obviously, I'd be in a much different tone on Jimmy in the series if they just were able to get a goddamn rebound with 1.1 seconds to go. But they weren't able to do so. Now it's bashing time. And number 1 on the list was Jimmy. Number 2 on the list is Bam Adebayo. Bam, what the hell are you doing? You were playing so damn good in the first 3 games of the series, and then ever since then, you've been horrible. 11 of 13, or 11 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 for 16 from the field. Bam, like, what are you doing, dude? Bam, I know you are that good on the defensive end, but the Heat will be unable to win if you're throwing up 11-point games on 4 of 16 shooting. Like, that is just abysmal, and it is mind-blowing to me that some of the shots him and Jimmy are missing. It's honestly really, really disappointing to see this team just shit down themselves and not been able to put this team away. You were up 3-0, you had all the momentum in the world, and you were unable to capitalize on it in Game 4, and now you're going to be in Boston in Game 7, where I don't know how you can have confidence in yourself. I don't know how you can confidence that the fans will have confidence in you, because I don't know a single way that he can pull it out. I hope they make me eat my words, but I don't see that happening. But on that note, who wins this series? I asked this question when the Heat were up 3-0. Many people were just casually typing H. Well, it's a real series now. Game 7 is Monday night in Boston, TD Garden. Let's see who wins. Type your H for your Heats. Type for C for Celtics. I'm a diehard Heat fan, but I got to be able to read the room, and it seems like Boston's going to be able to be the first team ever to come back from a 3-0 deficit. Caleb Martin was fantastic once again. I was on camera saying this during the entire stream, that Caleb Martin was our best player, and he was. 21 points, 15 rebounds, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. Caleb Martin played a phenomenal basketball game. It was unfortunate that his input on this team is so wasted because of how bad Jimmy and Bam have played, and then obviously not being able to get the offensive rebound or the defensive rebound to close out the series at home. And now you got to try to pull off a miracle on the road, which, like I said, I don't see happening. Max Strus, 10 points. He played all right. Nothing really to take home there. Thought Gabe Vincent was good. The Heat obviously needed him back after missing that sprained ankle. 15 points on 6 of 18 shooting, 3 for 6 from 3. But man, this Heat team is just seems like they have lost confidence in themselves or something. I don't know what it is, but the Heat do not look like the team that we saw in games 1, 2, and 3, and now they look like a version of themselves from the regular season that was the 8 seed and was 4 minutes away from elimination in the play-in game against the Chicago Bulls at home. What a disappointing game for the Miami Heat. I will give some credit to Duncan Robinson. He had 13 points, 5-11 shooting, 3 threes, and he was very impactful in the fourth quarter. Now, he did miss 2 wide-open threes that literally no one within 5-10 feet of him with a minute and a half to go. The first one would have tied the game when they were down 197. The second one, they were down 100 to 101, and they would have went up 2, and he missed both completely wide open. So Duncan Robinson kind of choked there for us, which wasn't great. But man, the series is going back to Boston for Game 7 on Monday at TD Garden. And I'll be live with Will Scott once again. Will was not with us for tonight's stream. He was at a concert, but I'll be live, and I'm a broken man, if I'm going to be honest. So try to cheer me up maybe by subscribing. We're on the road to 900 subscribers. YouTube.com/Heat Report. Be gratefully appreciated if you subscribed. Like I said, we'll be here on Monday night for Game 7. Maybe the Heat can not embarrass the entire fandom and their franchise, being the first team to ever blow a lead while up 3-0, and especially in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's just truly remarkable what the Heat did and to choke this series. So we'll see. But see you guys Monday. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe.